What's going on, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a what's in my bag. I haven't done one of these in a while. I think the last time I did one was back at the beginning of the year, I think. It's been a long time. So I'm going to show you what's in my bag. My bag itself has changed as well. I used to have a grip bag, but this past September my dad and my stepmom got me this End of a Hero bag. I love this bag. It's awesome. It's lightweight, even with all the discs that I have in here. It's still light. It's got some good padding in the back. It's got a lot of room in here. I can put a hoodie, snacks, drinks, whatever I want to carry. Easily fits in here. But let's take a look at the discs that I'm carrying right now, and the discs that I'm playing with at the moment. I'm going to start with my putters. I feel that putting is the most important part of your game because that's where you're going to get either a high score or a low score, and I love putters. I have a shit ton of putters, but these are the main ones that I use. I have a AVR X3. It's a little overstable putter. I love this thing. I played with it today when we were at the course, and I shot a 2 down with it, so this is a really good putter. I also have a Prime Judge. This is probably the only other putter that I love playing with. This is a more stable, straight putter. I use the AVR X3 because today was really, really windy and it did me well. But for like a calmer day, I'll use the Prime Judge. Next, we'll take a look at my throwing putters, which I use more putters to approach with than I do mid-range, because if I like mid-range, I'm going to throw it for a little bit, further back. But my approach putters, I have a Star AVR X3, really overstable disc. I can pretty much rely on this disc. If I'm going to let it go, it's always going to come back. My phone. If I let it go, it's going to come back left. Always. Awesome approach disc. Next is my Champion Rhino. A little overstable, not that much, was a little bit more straighter, but I can always count on this to finish to the left. Next is my Star Wedge. If you've seen my previous in my bags, you know that I have a Star Wedge in here. I use this for a more controlled left to right shot when I'm approaching. And if I'm going to throw sidearm, I can always guarantee this will come back to the left. Next, we're going to take a look at my mid-ranges. I only carry 2 because this course, there are some far holes on it, but I rarely use a mid-range. I'd rather use a putter for approach shots. They're just, for me, I don't know, they're just more accurate. But the 2 mid-ranges that I do carry is a Champion Gator. Super overstable. I know that as soon as I let this go, it's going to turn to the left, and it does skip a little bit, so it helps me out a lot. And when I'm doing sidearm, I know I can count on this mid-range to always come back right for me. And then my other mid-range is a DX Rock. This thing is awesome. I used to play with buzzes back in the day. Buzzes were my main putter or main mid-range of choice, but I love this rock. This thing is super accurate for me. If I wanted to go straight, it'll go straight. If I needed to come left, if I needed to go right, it does its job. So yeah, a Champion Gator, a DX Rock, that's all I really need for mid-ranges at this course. If I go play like at a tournament somewhere out of town or play another course, I might throw another mid-range in there, just, a more maybe understable mid-range or a more straighter one. But for this course, I think the Gator and the Rock does me really well. Now we're going to take a look at my Fairway Drivers. I have 4. I carry... is this scorecard still good? You're damn right it is. It's blank. I'm going to keep that in my bag. I have a DX Leopard. I got this like maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, for my mom for Christmas. I was like, give me some DX plastic, but this thing is awesome. If I need a really controlled left to right shot, I'm going to throw the DX Leopard. The thing is, if this ever gets lost, no problem. You know, it's DX plastic. This is very replaceable. I'm not scared to lose this one, but I am scared to lose this one because this is one of my favorite discs that I have in my bag for, like, you know, more control left to right shots. But yeah, the DX Leopard, love it. I have a Champion T-Bird. Again, this thing has been in my bag for about, man, I want to say 6 years, 5 or 6 years. And this thing is, for the most part, kind of overstable. Not too much. It's not like super overstable, but just enough where I know that I can let this go. It'll fly straight and finish left always. Next is my Champion Firebird. What did I say that was? That I say it was a Champion T-Bird? I hope I did. If I did, I'm sorry. But yeah, Champion Firebird. This is more like a utility disc for me. I can throw this sidearm, and I can guarantee it's going to come back to the right backhand, back to the left super hard. This is a super overstable disc. I don't know because it's a flat top that's really like overstable, but this is an awesome disc. I also use it for thumbers and tomahawks. This thing loves to skip. It loves to skip, and that's what I use it for. Also, my friends call it, like, I guess, trick shots or something. But you know, if I'm like in a tight spot and I'm right here and the basket is over there, I know I can throw this one straight, and this sucker will skip straight to the basket. Now, I have a DX Valkyrie. Let me tell you about this thing. This is pretty important because a friend of mine gave me a DX Destroyer. He didn't like it because it was too understable for him. He let me try it. I threw it, and that thing was awesome. I knew that as soon as I let it go, it would take this flight and always finish right. Well, one day we were playing, and I threw it, and I smacked into a tree. Ever since I smacked into a tree with that destroyer, it never flew the same. That thing became super stable, like it just flew straight, and now it just flies straight, and that's what I use it for. I was kind of bummed out about it because I like the way it flew, you know. So he gave me this, and he said, try this Valkyrie out. See how you like it. As soon as I let it go out of my hand, it wanted to turn right. I mean, this thing is stupid understable. I have to throw it at an angle like this just so it can flip up and fly right. But once I let it go, this thing has some amazing glide. What is the glide on this thing? 2, I think, or 4. But yeah, whenever I let this go, this thing just, and like I'm telling you, I have to throw it like at an angle like this, that way it'll flip up and fly right. But when I do, it is awesome disc. Now, if I did lose this, I would get bummed out because this kind of replaced my destroyer, but my destroyer wasn't that stupid understable like this Valkyrie. Last but not least, my drivers. I carry what is it? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I carry 7 drivers. I have to count them. So let me show you the drivers that I do have. Like I said, this is the DX Destroyer that my friend gave me. It used to be pretty understable. Now it's not even overstable. This thing just flies straight. It fights the wind some way, somehow. It just flies really straight. So that's what I use this DX driver for. I've had DX drivers before, and they were somewhat a little overstable, a little understable. They had minds of their own, but this one, just a straight flying disc. I use this for like laser beam shots. So that's what I have this DX Destroyer for. Next, I have a crate. This crate, and the rest of these discs they're well, you know what? Before I get to this crate, let me show you this. I have this R Pro Wahoo, right? Yeah, Wahoo. This thing is super overstable, really, really overstable. It's great. It's great. You know, it fights the wind, like I said. The wind, if I throw into like a headwind, it'll keep it, for the most part, pretty straight. But I can always guarantee this thing will finish left. Next, I have this Champion Boss. Stupid overstable Boss. Stupid. Not as overstable as my Champion Firebird, but I can get a little bit more distance off of it. What I use this for is for like sidearm, where I know it's always going to be guaranteed to come back right. For like, you know, kind of like a utility disc, kind of like my Champion Firebird, but just flies a little bit more further than the Firebird. Next, DX plastic. I love throwing DX plastic. I love throwing Champion plastic, but DX is probably my favorite. I got a DX crate. A friend of mine, or a buddy of mine, gave this to me. When I first started throwing it, it was flying pretty overstable, but after I've been playing with it for a while, for the most part, it has a pretty straight flying. It has a pretty straight flight, but I can guarantee that this thing's gonna always finish left. Another disc that I have that's kind of like the crate is my Wraith. I have a Blizzard Wraith that it's kind of like I can throw it at an angle where it's going to come back left. I can throw it at an angle where it's going to come back right. Or I can throw it where it's just going to fly straight and always finish left all the time. This is an awesome disc. It's got a lot of signatures on this because I think I've aced like twice with this thing. This disc has made me about $600. They told me, take it out of your bag. You don't need it anymore. It's done its job. It hasn't. It hasn't done its job yet. I still need to ace with this thing at least 2 more times. But yeah, this Wraith has made me $600 out of the course. Next, I have 2 Champion Blizzard katanas. They're both green. They both fly different. This is my more straighter, overstable katana. If I throw it into a headwind, it'll turn right for a little bit, but it always finishes left. And then my other katana is kind of like one of my go-to drivers, you know, in a headwind. This thing is going to flip up, turn into a roller, but on a still day, it's my furthest flying like driver that I have in my bag. This thing, I can get it to turn right. It'll hold that line until it finishes back left at the end of its run. So, yes, a Champion Blizzard katana. That's what's in my bag. Other than that, let's see what I have in the pockets. I carry, you know, medicine. Like when I'm out at tournaments, I have to have medicine with me because one time I got sick at a tournament. I got a really bad cold and I didn't have nothing with me, and that sucked. And I got, you know, my PGA membership cards, which I'm not an active member yet. I'm going to wait till next year to become an active member again. And of course, a towel. You got to have the towel because you never know. This might get wet, you got to dry it off. And on this side, I have a dynamic disc koozie because you got to drink beer on the course when you're playing if you want to relax. Another koozie. A chocolate flavored First Strike nutritious energy bar in case you get hungry or you're getting fatigued from playing disc golf. You have to have energy. It's good to have snacks in there. This bag that I did, that I put in my bag from last week's video when I did the MREs. It's just little like gum and paper, matches and whatever else is in here. Of course, I have really bad allergies, you know, and just lately the wind's been blowing a lot here. So I carry, you know, Little Caesars napkins so I can blow my nose. Gotta have napkins in there. I also have a little birdie bag, I never use this, but just in case, you know, again, I keep it in here. Like I said, scorecards. I carry a lot of like reusable scorecards. I think I have like 3 of them in here. And an old rule book that has Ricky Wysocki on the front and a competition manual on the other side that's got Paige Pierce. I think the rules of disc golf changed quite a bit, so this might be a little bit outdated. Maybe when I renew my membership for the PDGA, they'll send me a new rule book, I hope. Because I think last year they didn't. Can't remember. And I actually have like actual like golf scorecards, you know, like I don't want to call it like ball golf, but traditional golf scorecards that they gave me, and I'll use them every once in a while. And I got this Innova flight chart that shows all their plastic, their discs, and what they do, all the numbers. This is important because sometimes people ask me, what does this do? What does this do? And they don't have the numbers on them because they won like the disc at a tournament or whatever. I'm like, well, what is it? And they'll tell me, and I'll just look at this and I'll let them know what it does. And scorecards, because I keep score while we're out there. What else do I have in here? Shit, I don't even know what the hell I have in here. All kinds of stuff in here. You see, there's lots of scorecards. Pencil sharpener, pencil, some candy. Oh, my CBD card. I gotta carry this because I have anxiety. I actually have anxiety, and I gotta smoke CBD. It keeps me calm. I don't smoke weed, but well, CBD is kind of like weed, minus all the THC. But you know, I smoke weed. I didn't say that. I smoke CBD to keep me calm, and I just carry this with me because shit, you never know, man. You get pulled over, and the cops are like, what the hell was this? And I mean, it smells like weed. It smells like weed. You smoke it, it smells like weed. But it is and it isn't. Anyways, I just keep this in my bag just in case I can like show them, like, look, this isn't what you think it is. And last but not least, it's like, well, you probably think, oh yeah, this guy's a disc golfer. He smokes. No, I don't. Last but not least, a knife. Carry a knife because you never know. There could be an asshole out there. You gotta take care of business. No, I'm just kidding. I carry a knife, but like I said, you never know. Sometimes I'll get a thorn in my shoe or something, and I gotta take it out. So I'll use a knife to take it out. On this side, I don't have nothing but my lucky lizard. I have a lucky lizard in here that my son found years and years and years ago when we were playing disc golf at the course. He's like, "Oh, look, Dad, a lizard." It's like, "Oh, sweet." This thing's gone everywhere with me. Tournaments all over Texas or around this area anyways. But yeah, whenever I change bags or whatever, the lizard goes with me. It always goes with me. And on the other side, hand sanitizer. Gotta carry hand sanitizer these days because COVID, man, come on. I think that's it. Besides a mini. Gotta have a mini when you're playing disc golf. Gotta mark your lie. That's important. And this black thing, last but not least, this black thing. I don't know what the hell it is. It's just this round piece of really thick rubber that they gave me. They said, check this out, here's a mini. They gave this to me. It's like, no, this isn't. This is good to put on the ground. It's got these little things on there, so it's like really comfortable. It's good to put on the ground, so I can put my knee, so I don't have to put my knee like on the rocks and stuff. So this is my bitch knee. That's what my friends call it. They call it my bitch knee because I put this on the ground when I have to kneel like in rocks or whatever. But believe me, this helps. Out of all the things in my bag, this is like the most important thing because this helps. I don't know what the hell this is, but it helps my knees out. It's my bitch knee. That's in my bag. That's what I have. That's what I used to play with. Like I said, it'll probably change in a month or two. Who knows? And if it does, I'll do a new what's in my bag next year. But for right now, for this course, what I have works perfectly. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.